That's right. They give them the flux. They give them the flux.
These rappers is shucking their job and their stuff, getting themselves in the shit that they can't get it out of. Fucking up, they go to flux. A display of lyrics and packing to rhythms by side to young bubbly.
For you, expression is only factual, non-fiction, homie. The rule of the thought, thinking out cause you know me. Federal, we block the block, you can't hold me. Situation getting heavy, ammo get low, need my homie, what's up?
Well, your homie right on you, go from the side. Go with that on these bitches, right on these ass, we gon' get on this shit. Let's talk, let's not sit on this shit. We the shit on this shit, they just spit on this shit.
Psycho dramatic, go happy, get this. Psycho dramatic, go happy, get this. drama, we only know one thing, fellas. That's right. To give them the flux. To give them the flux.
These rappers is shucking and jiving and stuff, getting self in the shit that they can't get out of. Fucking up, here go the flux. A display of lyrics and patterns and rhythms by side and young buck.
For viewers' discretion is only factual, non-fiction, homie. The ruler, the thumb sticking out cause you know me. Federal, pimp lock the block, you can't hold me. Situation getting heavy, ammo get low, need my homie, what's up?
Well, your homie right on you know from the fly. Go with that on these bitches, it's devious as we gon' get on this shit. Let's talk, let's not sit on this shit. We the shit on this shit, they just spit on this shit.
So much psychodramatic, havoc at this bit. Crazy the range with it, this shit. Buck inside is the physicist. Belligerent, feel it, cause we ignorant. Nigga, y'all in it. The flux is the subject of weight and adrenaline. To feel a bitch. Side the medic, buck the relic, and drama that did it to him once again. Chance that you get, change to your face, and the blood to the covers, undisputed bitch.
And again, to the end of the pen, be worse than this sin against men. I'm feeling fenced in. From birth, saw the light of the earth, and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, that might get a bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing to you the flux.
What up, Taco Guru? We got the Slammiversary Fallout tonight. Feuds have been reset. Feuds are being wrapped up. And we got a walking weapon. Let's go.
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on a stranger. Can't contain the things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago up in your motherfucking shit. Here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books. I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Jesse, aka your very own one and only Chi-Town Smark. Slammiversary is in the books. And we got the reset button hit here tonight. Lots of fresh feuds. You love to see it, right? You love to see it, man. Who we got joining us tonight? I always gotta check and see on my crew here. First and foremost, my girl Susan D. Head of Talent Relations in the house. What's going on with your sex machine, Timothy Thornton? How does everyone feel today? I'm glad you guys are here, man. I'm glad you guys are here. Big Wheezy, I see you, man. I see you. Don't be trying to sneak up in here, man. Come on. I see you, bruh. I see you. I see you. Thanks for being here, everyone. Everyone. JP, Giles, I see y'all. Don't be in a corner lurking. Don't lurk, man. Don't lurk. We have to interact. We have to interact. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You can do what you want to do, but you're supposed to be interacting, God damn it. All right. Let's get into the show. It looks like they hit a hard reset here after Slammiversary, man. And I like that. You know, I like after you get your build up for whatever feuds you were just blowing off. I like that on the next show, you're not looking at all repeats of the same thing. So it's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Susan D, you had a procedure today. I did not know that, but I am very glad to hear that it went well. Sincerely. Oh, that's right. You had the colonoscopy. That's right. Good. Yeah. We mentioned that last night. That is correct. I'm glad to hear everything went well, Susan. That is fantastic. What do you say we get into the show? Man? Let's do it. Because it starts off with Mr. D'Amore back as president. Scott D'Amore comes out to says thank you to everyone in this hometown crowd. You know, it looks like Scott had a good time in his match and at the Slammiversary weekend. It's good to see. I did not know until the build up to this match that Scott was a former in-ring talent. You know, I did not know that. You know, I'm not a wrestling historian. I don't know everything. And you learn something new every day. So I learned that. Excuse me. I thought I had to sneeze. Don't you hate that shit? I hate that. All right. Scott said it was a pleasure to compete in front of his hometown, but now his leave of absence as president is over. Santino is competing tonight, so Scott will be acting authority. We will also hear from Josh Alexander, who made his return from his injury. Scott welcomes out Jake something, but he doesn't get Jake something. He gets the good hands. Good hands come out. John Schuyler. He calls Scott D'Amore a coward and says, how convenient for him to end his leave of absence before stepping into the ring against them. Like apparently people are dodging the good hands, you know. I guess. Hotch tells Scott to wipe that stupid look off his face. I didn't know he had a stupid look on his face, but okay. Scott takes his jacket off. You know how Scott D'Amore does, dude. When you start to piss off Scott D'Amore and he has, you know, and he's ready to throw hands, he don't just throw hands. You got to take off his fucking jacket, take off his tie, roll up his sleeves. Feel like the Chippendales bow tie was going to be around. I don't know. Scott takes off his jacket. Not sure what for. He just declared himself back as being president, which means he can't beat the shit out of people. But Scott takes off his jacket and says good hands need to throw down. Scott welcomes out their opponents, Sami Callihan and Rich Swann, who apparently were just sitting right there in Gorilla, just in case Scott D'Amore needed to call someone out to face a tag team that just might interrupt him in the middle of his promo. That was some convenient shit. Very convenient. I mean, they were locked and loaded. They were right there, ready, just in case Scott D'Amore needed to put a tag team in a tag team match. You never know. You never know. So that's our opening contest tonight. We have Good Hands versus Sami Callihan and Rich Swann. Let's get into it. Swann quickly kicks Hotch. He quickly kicks Hotch and then Schuyler. Sami comes in and gets his eyes raked by Hotch. Sami helps launch Swann with a crossbody onto Hotch. Swann flips out of the ring onto no one before Schuyler spears Sami onto the apron. Ouch. Hotch drops Swann with a Blue Thunder Bomb in the ring. Very, very smooth Blue Thunder Bomb. Schuyler with the knee. Hotch hits a German on the Swann. Callihan makes the save. Swann leaps off the top turnbuckle with a double clothesline. He crawls over and tags out. Callihan knocks Hotch down before hitting the Good Hands with a DDT flatliner combo. Hotch punches Sami before Swann comes in and finishes Hotch off to score the 3. Sammy and Rich Swann get the W. The Good Hands take another good L. It does not appear that the Good Hands are on good terms with management right now in Impact, man. I thought they were going to be getting a little bit of a rub. They had Brian Myers with them. And yeah, they kind of just slowly took Myers away and started dishing out some L's to the Good Hands. Maybe it's not working out. Maybe they just need to wait their turn. Maybe it's not their turn just yet. We'll see. But I kind of low key had higher hopes for the Good Hands. That was contingent on Brian Myers staying with them, though. I really do think they need him as a mouthpiece. He is a really good mouthpiece. So they broke them away. I do like what Myers and Moose are doing, though. So maybe the Good Hands just have to wait. We shall see. Speaking of ABC, cut a backstage promo. That was a smooth transition. I'm just going to give myself a smooth transition point. Right there. Smooth transition. We got ABC backstage. Slammiversary was supposed to be their night, but the Rascals interfered. Wentz and Trey eventually interrupt and tease getting involved again tonight in their title match. So the Rascals just said, we're just going to be a pain in your ass. That's going to be our new gimmick right now. We're just going to be pains in the ass. Chris Bay starts throwing hands, and all four scrap until the officials and security and Scott D'Amore run in. Scott D'Amore tells the Rascals, first he tells ABC, he said, you guys go to the ring. You guys go to the ring, or you guys go out there, you got a match. And he tells the Rascals, you guys can get the fuck out of the building. So he kicks them out. They're gone. So Johnny Swinger and Zicky Dice walk up to Scott. Scott tells Swinger if he wants to win one simple match, if he wins one simple match, he'll get his title shot. He was like, oh, okay. Okay, who's my opponent? He says his opponent is Zicky Dice. Oh, and whoever loses has to leave Impact Wrestling. Interesting. That match will be next week. We have we have Jedi Joker. Jedi Joker with the 5-month membership. Woo! Love Taco Crew members, man. Love Taco Crew members. Says, yo, what's up, bro? I'm at work. Just here to show some love. Also, did you unlock those secret wrestlers in Fight Forever that I tagged you in the other day? Jedi Joker, thanks. I did get that. And I do have that saved somewhere on my bookmarks. And yeah, I'm going to go through. I definitely want Brody. When I get done getting Brody, I will definitely go back and get Owen. Definitely need Owen. So yeah, you sent me Paul White, Owen, and Brody. And I'm definitely getting Brody and Owen. Okay, here we go. JP Giles. The only thing I love more than returning Taco Crew members are new Taco Crew members. Susan, get JP a seat up front. Right up front. Right. Put him in front of JD's chair. Fucking empty chairs. Thank you so much. JP, and thank you so much, Jedi Joker. I appreciate you guys. Gia Miller interviews Eric Young. He says he has plenty of his story that he has to address. One thing he loves is change and evolution. Nick Aldis interrupts, right away. Aldis says, look at them now, where it all began. Aldis says he feels like he has a colleague against these internet darlings who have threatened to run the company into the ground. Young says tradition is beautiful, like getting in the ring and settling differences. You know? Then Aldis offers a handshake and says, hey, bruh, let's dance. So there you go. We're going to get Eric Young versus Nick Aldis. Not too sure why Nick Aldis has just decided out of the blue that he lost this match and he doesn't want to try to get a title shot again, but I can appreciate the fact that we're getting fresh starts, fresh stories. We're moving on. The ball is rolling. I can appreciate that. Jake something versus Kevin Knight. Jake something is someone that, and for that matter, Kevin Knight as well. Both of these guys are people that I need to get accustomed to, get more familiar with as I watch them work, because I have not seen them work at all. So it's kind of hard to form an opinion about them, but I will give my first impressions of them from this match. Jake Knight applies a headlock to start before. I'm Jake Knight. Knight applies a headlock to start before Jake powers out. Kevin Knight leaps over Jake, but then gets met with shoulder tackles and a body block in mid-air. That was impressive. If I'm understanding this correctly, Kevin Knight is a former strong safety from the NFL. To me, that tells me he's a dangerous man, bro. A solid, strong safety in the NFL is not afraid to give a good hit. So Jake clotheslines Knight and then follows it with a body slam, cover attempt. Knight tries getting Jake up off the mat. He throws forearm strikes until something chops his chest. Knight fires back with a splash and a cover attempt. Jake something turns Knight inside out with a clothesline. Jake something hits strong, man. He works stiff, as he should. He kind of looks like a taller, thinner version of what's his name? Damn, it'll pop to me in a second, dude. It'll pop to me in a second. The guy in AEW that looks like the coked up, roided up guy. It'll come to me in a thing. Yeah, which one? I know. It'll come. Nick Camarado. He reminds me of a taller, little bit leaner version of Nick Camarado. Which one? He runs across the ring, but Knight evades the corner spear. Knight kicks Jake something onto the turnbuckle and then attempts to flip him. Knight catches him and tosses him with a power bomb from the top rope. Something covers for a near fall. Something pops Knight up, but Knight continues with a drop kick. Knight hits a crossbody out of the corner and gets a near fall. Knight hits another crossbody from the top, but Jake kicks out. Something hits Knight with Into the Void for the win. Jake something gets the W. So Jake something comes off as just an intense brawler. I like that. I like the look. I like the feel. He comes off as a brawler. He comes off as a see, if I'm gonna compare him from my impression of him to anyone that I know most people are familiar with, Jake something reminds me of a smaller version of Braun Strowman. All right, it just seems like that kind of guy, that flex position guy that they can put him into different feuds and situations and insert automatic intensity, because the guy is very intense. He is very intense, and I do like that. So, let's see what next. So Kevin Knight. I get nothing. I get nothing. He seems very just there. Kevin Knight, I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm just saying I need to see more. I didn't see much. I mean, he can move in the ring. That's fine. That's good. But I'm going to hold off on Knight until I can see more of him because I just need to be more familiar with him. So, Brian Owen said he's jobberish. Is he really? Okay. I got that vibe. So, I wouldn't doubt it. Osakui in the house. What is going on, bro? What is going on? So, next up, we have not Rosemary versus Savannah Evans. I think I'm going to change Courtney Rush's name to not Rosemary until I get Rosemary back. I need Rosemary back, man. They start off the match with a lockup. Evans backs Rush into the ropes. Rush tries to tackle Evans, but hurts her own shoulder in the process. Rush briefly distracts Evans and then applies a headlock, only to get slammed off of her. Vidal holds Rush's foot in the corner. Let me ask you guys a question. Why is Jay Vidal only wrestling women? That's never explained to me. I don't quite understand it. So, let's see. Evans hits the leg drop cover. Evans catches Rush with a spine buster and goes for another cover. Evans unloads with punches on the mat. Rush throws punches and manages to land a reverse DDT to turn the tide. Vidal holds Rush's foot again while Shaw distracts the ref on the other side. Evans squashed Rush again before Jessica knocks Shaw down at ringside. Jody Threat comes down in street clothes. It was odd. Never saw her come run down in street clothes before. Kind of refreshing look. Jody Threat comes running down and she picked up Vidal out of the match. Just picked up Vidal and just out of the match. Evans turns around into a spear from Rush. Rush covers for the 3. Courtney Rush gets the win. What do you want me to say, man? Paint by numbers. Evans is not anything spectacular in the ring, you know. Courtney Rush is not spectacular in the ring at all. But Rosemary is fantastic. This Courtney Rush shit, I gave it time. I gave it a fair shot. I can't get into it. It's boring. Man. And I know what she brings to the table. And this Courtney Rush shit it's just not her. Maybe this was her earlier version of herself, but Rosemary should have killed this version because Courtney Rush is just bad. We see a vignette for Trinity winning her first Knockouts title. Trinity says she bet on herself and dreams came true. The Coven interjected and issued a challenge to Trinity and Danny Luna. Why? I don't know. I like it. I tell you right now, a tag team of Trinity and Danny Luna, I'm going to coin that right now. Tony Brown special. Team Tony Brown. Hashtag Team Tony Brown. Trinity and Danny Luna. We'll see. Versus the Coven. All right. Tom Hannafin mentions Slammiversary was Impact's highest attended event in 4 years. Hannafin sits down with Jonathan Gresham. Hey, Brian Owens. Welcome to the Taco Crew. New members sit right up front. Susan, get a chair. Get a chair up front. Get a chair up front. Yep. Yeah, we need, Move JP Giles to the back. Put JP Giles in the back. I need Brian Owens in front. Appreciate that. All right. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Taco Crew. Welcome to the Taco Crew, man. Gresham says, what people say about his Ultimate X performance doesn't mean anything. All right. He reminds Tom that the X division is about no limits, no rules. All right. Gresham questions why the X division isn't held to the same standards. He fought to bring back pure rules to Ring of Honor. Now he's here in an environment with no rules. Gresham says, maybe this environment isn't for him anymore. Gresham gets up and he walks off. What's going on with Jonathan Gresham, man? What is going on with Jonathan Gresham? His wife is gone. Is he going to follow her out the door? I don't know. We have Dirty Dango versus Cobra Man himself, Santino Marella. This is pretty much basically a grudge match, man. Dango has made a living over the last few weeks just talking shit about Santino and his family and his kids and everything else. No, beyond the script, it is not Fandango. I have no idea who Fandango is. Never heard of a Fandango. This is Dirty Dango. Totally different people, bruh. Totally different people. All right, sure. Dango grabs the mic and says, once again, he hates pro wrestling. Simple. That's all he had to say. He says it every week. I hate pro wrestling. Santino's music hits and he marches down to the ring, Santino Marella style. Santino tries throwing kicks, but Dango backs into the corner to hide. They try locking hands, but Dango rolls out and paces himself. Gotta take a powder. Back into the ring, Santino traps Dango in a triangle. Dango kicks Santino in the head to break out. Santino takes Dango back down to the mat and attempts a cover. They lock up before Santino applies a knee bar. Dango gets to the rope. Dango strikes Santino in the face to knock him down. Santino hits his signature hip toss and arm drags. Dango pulls Santino's throat first to the middle rope. Dango hits a suplex, but then accidentally gets crotched in the ding dong. Santino tries whipping Dango, but it gets reversed, and Santino hits the turnbuckle. Santino's back gave out on him, and then Dango lands on top of him for a cover. Dango goes up top and then tries for a twisting senton, but Santino rolls away. Santino pulls out the Cobra, but a man in riot gear runs down and grabs the Cobra. Dango rolls up Santino for the 3 count. The winner, Dirty Dango. The masked man reveals himself to be John E. Bravo. Backstage, Shaw and Evans try finding Jay Vidal, but MK Ultra are in their way. AKA the world's sexiest tag team. Masha says something in Russian before Kelly says they're not going to get through them. Jody Threat walks up and drops Vidal off on the floor just like a sack of potatoes, bruh. Just gonna drop him right there on the floor. She says it's the last time she'll have to do that. Vidal is shaking on the floor. Alicia sends a message to Frankie Kazarian. Tracy wasn't Frankie's equalizer, and she's not even close to the woman that Alicia is. Tracy walks up and says, "Say it to my face." Oh, bruh, this had a Real Housewives of Pro Wrestling feel all the way through it, bruh. A brawl breaks out between all four of them. Security had to pull them apart. It was a whole slobber knocker, man. I just had Real Housewives vibes through all of this, man. If you know me, if you've been here before, I'm a big Frankie Mark. I'm a big Frankie Mark, man. But I don't know. Frankie Kazarian seems to be, to me, a little bit above this. Frankie's wife is not as good as Frankie is. Jedi Joker with the $5 super chat. Says, last time I watched TNA, Kurt Angle and Sting were in the main event Mafia. Thank you, Jedi Joker. I appreciate your contribution, bruh. I sincerely do. I've never watched TNA at all. I'm watching Impact right now. We're no longer TNA at Impact. But I heard the stories. I heard about all of the legends that went over there, and then came back to the E. I never got into TNA, not once. Probably mostly because Jeff Jarrett was in it. And if you follow me at all, you know how much I love Jeff Jarrett. Impact World Tag Team Championship match. Subculture, the new champions crowned at Slammiversary versus ABC with their contractual rematch. They still have these in Impact, I guess. We get Ace and Webster to start it off with a lockup. Ace ties up the arm on the mat, and they roll around for a little bit. Webster gets up and targets Ace's left arm in trade, but Ace slides through and then drags Webster down for a one count. Bay tags in and gets arm dragged into a left arm hold. Andrews tags in and stomps on Bay's left arm. Bay and Andrews flip around for a minute until Bay takes control and then he tags out. Ace and Andrews tangle on the mat. They trade holds back and forth. We got Webster in, and Subculture hits a combo Falcon Arrow. Very brutal. Very brutal. Webster launches onto Ace, who is then rolled back for a Northern Light suplex. Very crisp from Andrews. After the break, Ace is still getting picked apart by the new champs. Bay and Andrews get tags as Bay fires up with clotheslines and a corner uppercut. Bay hits a brain buster for another cover attempt. Webster tags in and misses a 450. Webster gets caught in ABC's corner as ABC makes tags and double teams on him. Ace covers for a near fall. Subculture double teams Bay with power moves, but Ace just barely breaks the cover. Webster flies out onto Ace. Bay drops kicks Andrews off the apron before flipping out onto the champs. After the break, Andrews tries battling ABC alone but gets kicked and covered by Ace. Ace kicks Webster before Bay hits Andrews with a cutter. Andrews comes back with a stun dog millionaire on Bay, and all four men are down. Wentz suddenly runs down onto the apron while Trey takes out Ace at ringside. Now, the Rascals are supposed to be banned from ringside for this match, by the way. The Rascals hightail it through the crowd. Andrews catches Bay into a backslide. They trade covers until Andrews stacks on top for the 3 winners, and still Subculture. So it looks like ABC's run as tag champions is legitimately over. Let's see where they go next. Let's see. They show the replay. They show quick highlights of Leo Rush beating Chris Sabin at Slammiversary. Turns out those quick highlights were just the whole match. That was just the whole match. Next week, we get Loser Leaves Town, Johnny Swinger versus Zicky Dice. We have Eric Young versus Nick Aldis, and we have Trinity and Danny Luna versus the Coven. Josh Alexander is out, and he wants to provide a status on his and an update on his return. Josh comes down to the ring. He says, "It's good to be back." And nothing can wipe the smile off of his face. He says the last time he was in the ring in Windsor, where he relinquished the title that he fought so hard to get and keep. He took a lot of pride in being an Impact. Impact gave him the opportunity he needed, and he made the best of it. But it was all taken away because of a freak injury. That sucks. After seeing Macklin win that title at Rebellion, that was all the fuel he needed to do more rehab. Now he's here to announce that he is 100% cleared for in-ring competition. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's good to hear. He's not here just to compete, though. He wants the world title. He wishes he was face to face with Macklin, because that's the guy he wants to kick his ass. But Shelley shocked the world and cemented himself amongst the greats. Now the question is Alex Shelley good enough to beat Josh Alexander? And that's enough for Alex Shelley to come out and say, whoa. Shelley comes out. He congratulates Alexander on his quick recovery. It's a quick recovery, bruh. He says he knew Josh would want what he didn't lose. Shelley says he beat Macklin's ass for the world title, but the time before that, he came up short and he lost a world title match, and it was against Josh. Shelley says the funny thing about dreams is that at some point you got to wake up. Crowd oohed and awed. Shelley's down for a rematch, though. All right. But then right away, out comes Leo Rush. Leo Rush is the new X Division champion, right? He reminds them that he beat Shelley. He beat Shelley's best friend, Chris Sabin, and tag team partner. He teases, he said, "Don't forget, I still got option C." Even the crowd started chanting, "Option C, option C." Then we get Kushida that comes out. Now this is a WWE Bruce Pritchard produced segment. Now here comes Kushida. He comes out with his X around his neck, like a big Flavor Flav clock. Kushida says there is no option C until Rush faces him. Everybody's looking around like, okay. Then Bully Ray comes out. Here we go. Bully Ray interrupts and counts how many men are out before Moose and Brian Myers ambush the baby faces from behind. Bully stomps on Alexander. Bully then grabbed Shelley for Leo. This was an interesting spot right here. Bully, he grabs Shelley, turns to Leo, and he tries to tell Leo to go ahead and smash him, like hit him. Get him. And then Moose is trying to give him the X, the big X. I don't know what the big X. He's trying to give him the X to go clock him. And Leo takes his title and says, nah. He gets out. He leaves. He says, I don't want to do it that way. Which I thought was odd because Leo was definitely coming off as a heel. But he didn't want to do it that way. He said he would do it on his own time. And he takes off. Myers hits Shelly with a roster cut. And Rush continues to just walk away and leave him there. And that's how the show ends. Very interesting dynamic going on right now in the main event title picture. Because it really didn't feel like option C was something to even consider with Chris Sabin. But now with Leo Rush, it feels like that could be a factor. From what I understand, if I'm not mistaken, option C is not used very often in Impact. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I don't expect it to always happen, but if it were, I could see Leo Rush being a potential option C candidate. So we could be looking at Josh Alexander versus Alex Shelley. Leo Rush is making it clear that he's considering his options. Bully Ray exists for some reason. Moose is the interesting one to me. Moose is to me, it feels like Moose is ready to be up there in the world title discussion. I'm not sure. I don't know if Moose has ever been champion before. I'm not 100% sure about that. It doesn't matter because right now it looks like he's perched for a run. He's looking great. He's sounding great. His matches are fantastic. Moose is a big fucking scary looking dude. So I'm looking for big things for Moose, and we'll see where that goes. Brian says Josh Alexander, he believes, was the last one to use option C. Yeah, okay, yeah. So from what I'm gathering, it's not one of those everyone does it all the time. I like that. I like that it's brought up and it's left in the forefront, but it's rarely used. That makes it special. That, my friends, is how you make things special. Osquee says it was used last year by Frankie. He got a title shot against Josh Alexander. Okay. I'm assuming he did not win that, but okay. I like the option C probability that I do like. I just and the fact that it does not get used very often, I think that leads more to the importance of it. So that is pretty good. Guys, that is about it for the show. That was how the show went off the air. Decent show. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the blue, nothing spectacular, no fantastic wrestling. It was just a reset. All right? It was just a nice little reset to get us ready for the next few shows. I will be at the Chicago tapings on the 27th, I think it is. I will be there. I'll be in the crowd, marking out with all the other marks. And since it's not live, I get to still stay on top of the reviews and see myself in the crowd because I'm sitting front row. So I'll be sitting front row for the next batch of Chicago shows. Guys, thank you so much for... wait. Trevor Spinelli with the $4.99 super chat. And Trevor says, good talk, Trevor. Thank you so much, bruh. I'm kidding, man. I appreciate the support. Thank you guys oh so much. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, that's right. That is today's show. Thank you so much. I thank you. Clucky thanks you. And we will see you guys next time. Guys, my name is Jesse, aka your one and only dedicated Chi-Town Smart. I will see you guys. I will not be on Collision this Saturday. My twins have a birthday party. I will see you guys Wednesday on JD's channel, then back right here next Thursday. Everyone take it easy out there. Be safe, and always and most importantly, peace. Peace.
From birth, saw the light of the earth, and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, the might get that bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing to you the flux. Big dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? All over the world, it's the same old thing. Psychodrama, fluctuating.
My continuous output, my flow of ideas for years been thrilling in me. Please don't stop this feeling in me before the feeling get to killing in me. See, I'm into mayhem. When the play hit the streets of havoc, and then I'm ready to leave your grave in. Lucifer got nothing to do with this shit. To the days of dirt, getting fucked up within. And I put that on the house, bitch. To the days of the dirt, you gon' cancel that down shit. What the fuck you
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on a stranger. Can't contain the things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago will be your motherfucking shit. Here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books. I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.